What is going on, comic fam? It's your boy, the Bearded Comic Bro, and we are back for another episode. And today we are going to be doing the comic book cover challenge, DC edition. And what is that? You ask. Well, it's simply this. I'm going to put it out into the community that I want you guys to make a video. I was going to do just 10 favorite comic book covers, and as I was making my list, I was like, this is insane because there's so many great covers. And so we're going to break this up into DC, Marvel, and Indie. And I just thought it'd be a really cool way to see what comic book covers there are out there that community members really like. Because that's one of my favorite things is discovering comic book covers and I go, I didn't know about that one, or ooh, I forgot and I need to get that cover. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you my 10 comic book covers that from DC that I think are some of my favorites. It doesn't matter how expensive they are. It doesn't matter if they're keys or whatnot. What matters is that they are some of your favorite covers. And my list will always be changing, and I'm sure yours would be too. But I thought it'd be just a fun thing. So I'm going to encourage you, if you watch this video, to then go through your collection, pick out your 10 favorite DC comic book covers, make a video, and then if enough people make a video, maybe we'll do a collaboration video where we kind of then pick the top 10 DC covers. And the couple rules are simply this. And I think it's really the only rule is you have to own the cover. Because I think, like, if we get, like, Detective 27, like, it's an iconic cover, and if I owned it, yeah, I would want it, and things like that. But I want this to be comic books from your collection. I just think it'd be really cool to see what people think are some of their favorite covers. So with that being said, let's talk comics.
Better put the word out. Get ready for the nerd out. Better put specs on. Better break necks on. I cut handsome checks for my expansion sets. They call me Obi-Wan. Act like you know me, son.
So gang, you know if we're doing DC, you know my list is going to be heavy Batman. And there are so many great Batman covers out there. And I tried to not get the token ones that people would expect. There are some token ones for sure. But I tried to mix it up a little bit because honestly, these are some of my favorite covers that I own. And I'm going to share this cover. These covers were ones that got me thinking about doing this. This is Batman issue 50, the Tom King run. I know everyone doesn't like it, but this is it's a variant cover, and it's done by Jim Lee and Scott Williams, and it is gorgeous. And so this is the inked and cover and everything, and this is just the pencils that Jim Lee did. But so I had to show that. But this is the cover I love. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. Again, I don't care if you don't like the story. You can't deny that that's a beautiful cover. Jim Lee and Scott Williams did a great job on this, and I adore it. I like it. The rain, everything about it is just like, that is a gorgeous cover. And so that was my first one. All right, gang. Up next, we have the Green Lantern 80th Anniversary Special Edition. These covers are always cool. I love these when these books come out because these covers, they are awesome. This is a 1940s variant cover, and this is done by Nicola Scott and Annette Wong. And I'm sure I'm butchering the name, so if by any means you watch this, and I apologize. I just love this. I think it's beautifully drawn. I love that you have all the Green Lanterns on it. It's just there's so many different cool iconic characters and cool iconic cover costumes on that cover. Like it pops. So I love it. And it is signed by Daryl Banks right there. And I'm hoping to get more creators who were in this book to sign this. I think that's just so cool. But yeah, that's awesome. Up next, gang, you know we're going back to Batman again. And this is Batman 291. This is a classic Jim Aparo cover. I love this. You got Batman's Rogue Gallery there. You've got Riddler and Joker and Catwoman, and I think Lex Luthor's on there, Scarecrow, Poison Ivy. It just is such a cool thing. I love how they're all thinking they killed him, and it just is one of my favorite covers. This was one of the first ones I sought out when I was collecting the Batman run. When they're all on a cover like that, it pops, and it's such an iconic cover for me. I love it. Up next, we've got Aquaman issue number 40. Gang, this is by Richard Horry, and I love this cover. It's an homage to the Free Willy movie poster. DC did these with these movie poster variants. You had the Joker one, which was him paying homage to The Mask. There's Batman and Superman book was doing homage to the future. No, the future. The Fugitive. Blah! And they're just, the Justice League did Magic Mike. It's just, they were a lot of fun. This is one of my favorite ones. Like, it just, I love Free Willy as a kid, and that cover just cracks me up every time I see it. So, I had to throw in some movie homage covers right there. Gang, this one's probably going to get me a little heat because, again, it's a very new cover, but it's gorgeous. This is from the Batman Catwoman series by Tom King and Clay Mann. This is issue 3. This is the Phantasm, and you see the reflection of Catwoman in the blade on the Phantasm, and it just pops. And this is done by the magnificent Clay Mann, and you get the blood on there. I love the Phantasm, and I think we need more of the Phantasm in comics. One of the best Batman movies out there was Master of the Phantasm. I love that character. And so when I knew this series was coming up, I was just so excited because I knew, especially with Clay Mann, we were going to get some amazing covers of the Phantasm, which has been missing in comic book history for me because there's not enough out there. So this is gorgeous. I love it. And yeah. Up next, we're going to be talking about Wonder Woman issue number 72. This is done by Brian Bolland, and this is just an iconic Wonder Woman cover. If you collect Wonder Woman books, this cover, it's there, it's been there. And I think what's so great is this is iconic for comic book characters, right? This kind of off to the side pose. You have Brian Bolland there with Wonder Woman. You've got the Jim Lee one with Superman and the Jim Lee one with Batman. And I feel like I have enough Jim Lee on here that I can't keep putting those on there. So I went with Brian Bolland, and this is a really cool cover. I got this super cheap because mine is water damaged, but it still presents well. It looks good, and I don't care because I own this book now. It's in my collection, and so no matter what grade it would be, I have it, and it looks cool to have. So, gang, I had to bring Wonder Woman to the table, and this was the one I brought. Up next, gang, this is a new recent edition. You all know I've been searching for this book for a hot minute. This is Batman 423. This is the iconic Todd McFarlane cover, which is great. You've got the missing part where they didn't fill in the sun, so it's also one of those air covers, which is awesome, and it's just fun. But this is just classic. The flowing of Batman's cape, the Spawn cover that they did with this, so cool. This is one of my favorite Batman covers. So when I was able to finally get this, I was like, yes. And that's how you know it's a great cover, is because it's not a key book or anything, and it's such an expensive book because people want it just for the cover. It's a really cool. I'm super excited to have this now in my collection. Up next, we have Deceased number 1. This is the variant cover that was an homage to the movie It. And this is done by Yasmin Putri, and again, sorry, but love it. I love the Joker with the red balloon. I love that, you have Robin, A, because he's a kid, and B, he's in his yellow cape with, the Georgie. It's just such a good movie homage cover. I love it. I love those. There's so many out there. And I'm probably just going to do a video of just homage covers at some point of movie ones because I think they're awesome. Now we're going to get to slabs. I got 2 slabs that I just love. So here we go. Sounded very Justin-esque right there. Up first, we've got Justice League number 12. This is done by Jim Lee, Scott Williams, and Alex Sinclair. I adore this cover. I love it. Superman and Wonder Woman. This is when, in the Justice League story, they were having that Superman and Wonder Woman were having a fling. I think it's beautiful. It is a gorgeous cover. Absolutely love this cover. I have it raw, and then I found this, and someone was selling it slab for basically the cost that it would cost you to slab a book, so I didn't care if it was a 9.2 because it just can present really well. Again, it's not a key book, but I just think the cover is so classic. And last but not least, you guys know if you've seen my show, I have to show some love to Green Lantern. This is volume 3, issue number 49. This is done by the homie Daryl Banks. Also, Romeo Tangahi was the inks on this, I believe. Such a beautiful, beautiful cover. It's iconic. Green Lantern, Hal Jordan with all the rings. And this is probably one that you see people own the most of. This is, when Daryl was on my show, he was talking about this is the cover that people asked to have him do commissions of and get people like Batman or Super Pro, maybe. Just an idea. But what are some of your favorite covers that I showed in this video? What are some of your favorite covers from the DC collection of comics? And gang, make a video. Find your 10 favorite comics, make a video, tag me in it so I know you did it, and let's talk about what our favorite comic book covers are. I think this is really cool to just get to see more people's comics and be exposed to covers like you might not know this variant or that variant or go, yeah, I need to still find that book. I just think this would be a lot of fun. And gang, it was a blast going through my collection, just kind of looking through. So I know I missed some that I have that are classic and iconic, but that was probably one of my favorite things, was just trying to go through all my comics and go like, oh yeah, that, or scrolling through my app and going, oh, that cover's beautiful. So this was just fun for me. I can't wait to then do Marvel here next, and then we'll hit indies in the third round. But get your videos made, and then maybe we'll do a panel where we discuss why they're all our favorites and maybe pick our best top 10 DC comics. So with that being said, hopefully you can find some time to curl up, grab a book, and nerd out.